Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving this little octopus squishy a makeover. I love it. I have a few very similar to this though, so I thought it'd make the perfect squishy to give a little makeover to. So to start off with, I ended up cutting off the little octopus legs. I just went crazy on this and really leveled it out as quickly as I could. I also tried to level out the bottom as well, just by cutting right into it and then smoothing it out as much as possible. Once I had this kind of shape, I just started going back in just to make it nice and smooth and as rounded off as I possibly could. Going back over to the piece which I previously cut off, I ended up making this into a little handle. So I cut it into a semicircle, smoothed it all out, making sure that all the lumpy bumpy bits of the actual feet were removed, and then I just kind of held it in my hand and then twisted it round in my scissors to cut out a semicircle from the inside, as I said, to make it into a handle shape. I smoothed it out as much as I could all the way around, and then to make it so that it was like a little cup handle, basically just smoothing out all the edges to make sure it was nice and cylindery like as a handle would be. Obviously handles aren't flat, but yeah, just did that. In order to glue this on, I actually used this glue called Fabri-Tac. This is the best glue for squishy making ever. Like, I'm gonna stand by this. This glue is the best glue ever. I've tried so many different ones, but since making a few squishies like off camera over the past couple of months, I figured out that this glue is the best one. So just use this one if you're looking to make some squishies. Anyway, so I moved on and I took the other side of the feet part that I cut off. I then rounded this out and made it into a little dome like shape. This took me absolutely forever to get this smooth. As you can see, I just do tiny snips at a time just to make sure that it's all smooth. Pop on some of that fabric glue and then just stick it into place. This fabric glue is so strong, it like grips it in about 10 seconds, like as opposed to other fabric glues, and it dries like kind of flexible as well, unlike hot glues and super glues and that sort of stuff. Once you have that dome bit put on, you'll then want to make some little arms like I did here, and then you want to glue them on. I went ahead and cut out some ears as well and stuck those on the top, and I glued them to the very top of that dome piece to create the ears on top of the head. And then I used some Fabri-Tac again, just popped on a little blob, held down the ear, and as you can see, it grips it straight away. Like, isn't that magical? It's like the quick setting power of super glue, except it doesn't leave a hard bit. It's amazing. Anyway, I then made a little circle bit for the middle of the nose of the little thing coming out of the cup. I'm trying not to give it away just yet, just in case you want to watch this all the way through. But yeah, once the little bit in the cup was then complete, I mixed up some mint coloured puffy paint kind of fabric paint mixture, and I did about 3 coats of this in total. Funnily enough, I then left it for about a good week or so before returning back to it. That's why my nails have changed right now. And once it was all dry, everything like that, it was all covered, I then went back in and painted the little guy out of the cup. You could probably tell by now it's a pig. It's a little pig. I painted the pig in a light pink. The reason I painted it in the mint first was just because I mixed up so much of the paint, I was able to get good layers on there, and I thought I would only put 1 layer of the pink on the pig and it would cover well, because obviously all the air holes were then closed. Once the pig was pink, I then painted a brown paint on. This was just using the tulip slick in the colour brown. This left a nice shiny coat of brown on the top to act as my coffee. I then painted on the little details with a skewer and also a Posca pen, just because I was going to be doing some really light paint coverage with the eyes anyway, so I thought it wouldn't crack if I do like a really thin layer, and so far it actually hasn't, so I'm quite impressed. I then painted on some blush either side of the eyes, and then for the cup I just added a little bit of lace detail, popping in some dots of the original colour just to make it blend a bit more. So this is how my squishy has now turned out. I've got the little pig on the top. I absolutely love it. By the way, also, I did change my nails halfway through this video because the other colour just wasn't working for me, and I've only just finished this off today. So yeah, that's why my nails have changed, if you did notice. But yeah, like I was saying, I made the little piggy in the top. It's got a little coffee bit. It could be hot chocolate, could be mud, whatever you decide. I think it's going to be coffee for me because I just love my coffee. Also had this beautiful little lacy design all the way around, just because of the original kind of design. I think it was an octopus, but like the eye or the mouth was just there, and I just couldn't paint over it because it was raised, and I didn't end up wiping it off without realising that it would stick out. So yeah, that's why I did this design. It kind of disguises it a little bit rather than it looking like it has a great big circle there. I made the little cup handle, which I think is so cute, because look at that, just have a little cup of coffee with a pig in. So it still squishes really, really well, as you can see. It's still nice and slow rising, just as it originally was. Look at that, see? Just beautiful. I love the colours together of that mint colour and the pink. Just two of my favourite colours together. I love everything about this squishy. It's definitely a whole lot different to what it was in the first place. And I just really, really like it. I do have a few of the octopus kind of ones that I obviously made this one from, so I'm really happy to have something a little bit different in my life. As you guys know, I am a squishy collector, and I feel like I will be for a very long time, so it doesn't matter how old you are watching this video. I'm still hoping that you can still appreciate this. I'm sure loads of you are about my age too, and we'll love all these squishes together. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any requests for any future videos, anything like that, please do comment them down below. If you have any questions, again, just ask down below. I will be sure to reply to your comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!